Cosmetic chemists are begging me not to post this video. Not because anything I am saying is wrong, but because I am exposing the products they formulated, products they would never let their own mothers use. I spent 15 years in product development labs, and what I witnessed would shock you. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which 15 beauty products contain ingredients chemists refuse to touch, why that $42 cleanser has a pH closer to bleach than skincare, and the 5 alternatives that actual scientists keep in their own bathrooms. Let's start with number 15. 15. Kylie Skin Foaming Face Wash. When independent chemists tested this $42 cleanser, they found something horrifying: a pH level of 9.5. For context, your skin's natural pH is 5.5. What Kylie is putting on millions of faces? It is closer to bleach than skincare. Your skin's acid mantle, that protective barrier sitting at pH 5.5, is your first defense against bacteria, pollution, and premature aging. When you wash with a cleanser at pH 9.5, you are not just stripping away dirt. You are destroying the very foundation of healthy skin. The alkaline assault disrupts your microbiome, weakens your barrier function, and creates an environment where harmful bacteria thrive while beneficial flora cannot survive. Formulating a gentle cleanser at the correct pH is basic science. It does not require exotic ingredients or complicated technology. It requires caring more about chemistry than Instagram aesthetics. But when you are building a beauty empire on pink bottles and celebrity appeal rather than laboratory expertise, pH becomes an afterthought. Your skin will spend hours trying to restore that balance. But the next product does not just disrupt your pH. It physically tears your skin apart. 14. St. Ives Apricot Scrub. Check your bathroom right now. I guarantee this is in there. You probably used this in high school. Your daughter might be using it right now. For 20 years, cosmetic chemists have been screaming about this $6 scrub that creates microscopic tears in your skin. The problem is crushed walnut shells. Under a microscope, those shells have irregular, jagged edges that create thousands of tiny lacerations across your face every time you scrub. You cannot see them. You cannot feel them immediately, but your skin registers every single tear. In 2016, a class action lawsuit accused St. Ives of causing long-term skin damage, and dermatologists lined up to testify about patients whose skin aged prematurely from years of physical exfoliation. Physical scrubbing is outdated science. Modern chemistry offers chemical exfoliants like glycolic acid and salicylic acid that dissolve the bonds between skin cells without any abrasion. These gentle acids resurface skin while preserving barrier integrity. There is no tearing, no inflammation, no microscopic damage accumulating beneath the surface. That smooth feeling after scrubbing, that is your skin's protective layer stripped away. At least St. Ives tells you what they are using. Walk into any store and you will smell it instantly. Walk past any high school and that cloud of synthetic fragrance hits you before you even see the building. 13. Bath & Body Works. Fragrance mists. What you are actually inhaling. Over 40 undisclosed chemicals, many of which are known endocrine disruptors. Fragrance is the #1 cause of contact dermatitis. When a label lists fragrance as an ingredient, that single word can hide dozens of individual chemicals. Federal regulations do not require companies to disclose what comprises their proprietary scent formulations, which means phthalates, synthetic musks, and allergens remain completely hidden. Studies have linked these fragrance compounds to hormonal disruption, respiratory irritation, and sensitization that worsens with every exposure. The danger is cumulative exposure. You might spray this mist once and notice nothing. But daily application, combined with fragranced lotions, shampoos, and detergents, creates a chemical burden your body struggles to process. Add the high alcohol content that strips moisture from skin, and you have a formula designed for short-term appeal with long-term consequences. That signature scent you love. Your skin is paying a price you cannot yet see. What comes next sits in almost every bathroom, used every single night. 12. Neutrogena Makeup Remover Wipes. They are in your gym bag from the 80s. They are in your granddaughter's overnight kit. And every cosmetic chemist I know would rather sleep in their makeup than use these. The preservatives required to keep moist wipes shelf-stable for years. Many are formaldehyde-releasing compounds. Your face absorbs these every time you swipe. Then there is the physical damage. That tugging motion stretches and weakens delicate facial tissue. The wipes never truly remove makeup. They spread it around, push it deeper into pores, and leave a residue film. The alcohol content strips your skin's natural oils. The fragrance irritates already compromised barriers. Phenoxyethanol raises concerns for sensitization with repeated exposure. Convenience has a cost. Your skin pays it night after night. 11. Clean and Clear Persogel. 10% benzoyl peroxide for just $8. Studies show anything above 2.5% does not improve acne. It just destroys your skin barrier while bleaching your pillowcases. The marketing logic seems sound. If 2.5% benzoyl peroxide treats acne, then 10% must work 4 times better. Except chemistry does not work that way. Clinical research has repeatedly demonstrated that concentrations above 2.5% provide no additional therapeutic benefit. What they do provide is exponentially increased irritation, oxidative stress, and barrier damage. 10% benzoyl peroxide is essentially applying a controlled chemical burn to your face. Benzoyl peroxide is an oxidizing agent that generates free radicals. While those free radicals eliminate acne-causing bacteria, they also indiscriminately destroy beneficial bacteria that protect your skin's microbiome. Over time, this creates an environment where harmful bacteria can develop resistance. You are essentially training bacteria to withstand treatment. The bleaching effect you notice on towels and sheets. That same oxidative damage is happening to your skin cells. Lower concentrations deliver results without the collateral damage, but higher percentages look more impressive on packaging. It smells like fresh strawberries. It looks like luxury spa treatment, and it is growing bacteria as you read this. 10. Lush Face Masks. Fresh cosmetics without proper preservation are a microbial nightmare. The moment you combine water-rich ingredients like fruits and vegetables with proteins, like eggs and honey, you create the perfect environment for bacterial growth. Refrigeration only slows it. It does not stop it. Contamination with pathogenic bacteria like Staphylococcus or Pseudomonas can cause serious skin infections, particularly if you have any compromised barrier. Over the years, Lush has faced multiple product recalls due to microbial contamination. Proper preservation is not a luxury. It is essential chemistry that protects consumer safety. Fresh is marketing genius. But when it comes to products applied to your face, fresh means risk. 9. Tatcha, the water cream. $68 for what is essentially water, glycerin, and Japanese marketing. Tatcha lists water as the first ingredient, hyaluronic acid as the second, and glycerin as the third. These are the foundation of nearly every moisturizer on the market. The wild rose extract and Hadassah 3 complex that Tatcha prominently features. They appear so far down the ingredient list that their concentrations are minimal, likely less than 1%. The raw material cost for this formula is approximately $3 to $5 per jar. The rest of that $68 price tag pays for elegant packaging, marketing campaigns built around Japanese beauty traditions, and the prestige factor. The silicone-heavy texture creates immediate smoothness that feels luxurious, but provides no long-term transformation. You can find virtually identical formulations at your drugstore for $15. The chemistry is the same, only the story changes. We are 8 products deep, and I can see the comments already. I have 3 of these in my bathroom. I have 5. You are not alone. The beauty industry spent billions making sure you did not know this chemistry. If you want me to keep breaking down what is actually in these products and what you should be using instead, hit that subscribe button. Every week, I expose the formulations that brands do not want you to understand. Because the next 7 products are not just disappointing, they are dangerous. 7. Aveeno Positively Radiant Daily Moisturizer SPF 30. It promises sun protection and glowing skin in one step. But combining sunscreen with moisturizer creates a fundamental problem. You need 1/4 teaspoon of sunscreen for your face, but nobody uses that much moisturizer. To achieve the SPF rating on the bottle, you must apply 2 milligrams per square centimeter. Most women use half that amount. When you under-apply sunscreen by 50%, the SPF drops exponentially. That SPF 30 moisturizer? With typical application, it is delivering SPF 8 to 12 at best. Then there is avobenzone instability. This formula lacks adequate photostabilizers, which means your protection diminishes throughout the day. Sunscreen and moisturizer serve different purposes and require different application amounts. Combining them guarantees you are shortchanging your skin on both. 6. Olay Regenerist Microsculpting Cream. $30 to $50 for a cream that promises to sculpt your face. And it does, for about 4 hours. Olay's Regenerist is built on dimethicone, a silicone that fills in wrinkles temporarily while providing 0 actual anti-aging benefit. Dimethicone sits on your skin's surface, creating an immediate smoothing effect. When you look in the mirror 30 minutes after application, your fine lines appear softer. That is not transformation. That is cosmetic filling. The moment you wash your face, every bit of that improvement disappears. When silicones form a barrier layer, they can inhibit the penetration of beneficial ingredients and interfere with natural cell renewal. The formula contains niacinamide, but the concentration is insufficient. Retinoids and peptides at clinically effective levels are absent entirely. Temporary smoothness is not improvement. Tomorrow morning, those wrinkles return exactly as they were. 5. The Ordinary AHA 30% plus BHA 2% peeling solution. $8 for a blood red serum that beauty influencers call life-changing. This is a chemical burn in a bottle. 30% glycolic acid combined with 2% salicylic acid is a peel that should only be performed by professionals. Professional chemical peels performed in dermatology offices typically use 20 to 30% glycolic acid, but they are applied by trained professionals who monitor your skin's response, neutralize the acid at precise intervals, and provide post-treatment care. The Ordinary expects you to apply this same strength at home, leave it on for 10 minutes, and somehow know when your skin has had enough. The formula's pH sits around 3.5 to 4, low enough to cause significant exfoliation, but also low enough to damage your skin barrier with repeated use. Instagram culture has normalized weekly peels, even daily use among some devotees. The aftermath: compromised barriers, chronic inflammation, increased sensitivity. Your skin might glow immediately after application, but beneath that temporary brightness, you are creating long-term vulnerability. Professional-grade chemistry requires professional oversight. $8 should not buy you a treatment that can cause lasting harm. 4. Sunday Riley UFO Ultra Clarifying Face Oil. $80 for what I initially thought was genius chemistry. Oil-soluble salicylic acid in an oil base. Then I ran the actual chemistry. Salicylic acid needs a pH of 3 to 4 to work. Oils do not have pH. This product is chemically impossible to formulate effectively. Salicylic acid is a beta-hydroxy acid that exfoliates by breaking down the bonds between skin cells. But this chemical reaction only occurs within a specific pH range, 3 to 4. pH is a measurement of hydrogen ion concentration in water-based solutions. Pure oils, by definition, do not contain water. Without water, there is no pH. Without pH, salicylic acid cannot function as an exfoliant. Sunday, Riley claims their 1.5% salicylic acid remains effective in this oil suspension, but the acid may be present without the aqueous environment necessary for efficacy. Then there is tea tree oil, added for its antimicrobial properties. At high concentrations, tea tree oil is a known irritant, particularly for sensitive skin. Salicylic acid belongs in water-based formulas, where it can maintain the pH necessary for exfoliation. In oil, it is just an expensive ingredient sitting dormant on your skin. 2013. Independent laboratories discovered something that shook the beauty industry to its core. 3. Mario Badescu Drying Lotion. For decades, this cult acne solution sat on bathroom shelves, praised for delivering results that seemed almost miraculous. Then testing revealed something the company never disclosed. Their products contained corticosteroids, prescription-strength steroids, in over-the-counter products, without any disclosure. The lawsuits that followed revealed a company that prioritized results over safety and chemistry ethics. Corticosteroids are powerful anti-inflammatory compounds that require medical supervision because they carry serious risks. When applied to skin repeatedly, topical steroids thin the dermis, suppress natural healing processes, and create dependency. Your skin becomes reliant on the steroid to maintain normal appearance. Stop using it, and you experience rebound inflammation, redness, and worsening of the original condition. This is called steroid addiction, and it can take months or years to resolve. Mario Badescu never listed these steroids on their ingredient labels, a clear violation of federal regulations. The class action settlement exceeded $250,000, but the damage to consumer trust and skin health went far deeper. Chemists left the company in protest. Some formulations changed, but questions remain about current products. When an acne spot treatment delivers miraculous results overnight, that should raise immediate suspicion. Real chemistry takes time. Instant transformation usually means something is being hidden in the formula. And the next product does not hide its ingredients. It proudly displays a chemistry mistake on the label. 2. Rodin plus Field's Redefine. Your friend from book club sells it. She has hosted 3 skincare parties at her house. She says the dermatologists who created Proactive made it. And this 4-product regimen contains ingredient combinations that contradict basic chemistry. Retinol and glycolic acid in the same routine without proper pH buffering. That is a formula for compromised skin barriers, not youthful skin. Retinol works optimally at a pH of 5.5 to 6. Glycolic acid requires a pH of 3 to 4 for effective exfoliation. When you layer these ingredients without understanding pH relationships and barrier recovery time, you are not enhancing results. You are overwhelming your skin's ability to repair itself. The regimen encourages daily use of both acids plus physical exfoliation, a combination that creates chronic inflammation rather than cellular renewal. Then there is the business model. 60 to 70% of that $190 price goes to consultant commissions and company profit, not superior ingredients. Fragrance appears in multiple products, an unnecessary irritant in a line claiming to address aging concerns. You can achieve better results with a $15 retinol serum and a gentle cleanser. Multi-level marketing relies on personal relationships to override chemistry knowledge. But your skin deserves better. 1. Monat. The hair loss lawsuit. Need to know about. The multi-level marketing haircare brand that promised thicker, fuller hair and delivered something else entirely. Over 5,000 complaints, multiple class action lawsuits, reports of hair loss, scalding sensations, and balding. And as someone who reviewed their formulations, I found ingredients in concentrations that should never touch human scalp. This is not just flawed chemistry, it is dangerous chemistry. The Better Business Bureau received more than 5,000 complaints about Monat within a few years of the brand's launch. Women reported their hair falling out in clumps, painful burning sensations on their scalp, and bald patches that required medical intervention. Multiple class action lawsuits followed, alleging that Monat's products caused significant hair loss and scalp damage. When the formulations were analyzed, essential oil concentrations were found far exceeding safe levels. Oils like peppermint and rosemary can benefit hair at proper dilutions, but at high concentrations, they cause chemical burns. There is also caprylic acid, listed prominently in several products. At elevated levels, this ingredient strips protective oils so aggressively that follicles become inflamed and weakened. The FDA issued warning letters. Settlements were reached, yet the products continue to sell through consultant networks that prioritize recruiting over chemistry education. 5,000 complaints, federal investigations, class action lawsuits, and still the products are in bathrooms across the country, sold by consultants who genuinely believe they are helping. This is what happens when profit models override safety. This is why I left the industry. 15 products, 15 betrayals. And I know what you are thinking. Is anything safe? Yes. The next 5 products are what I keep in my own bathroom, what I give my mother, what every chemist I know uses on their skin. The beauty industry has been hiding these in plain sight because they prove you do not need to spend hundreds of dollars. The Chemist's Holy Grail Cleanser. After 15 products that betrayed your trust, this $9 cleanser is the relief you deserve. Vanicream Gentle Facial Cleanser. No fragrance, no dyes, no parabens, and most importantly, a pH of 5.5. This is the cleanser I have used for 8 years. That pH of 5.5 matches your skin's natural acid mantle perfectly. When you cleanse with a product at your skin's native pH, you preserve the delicate balance that protects against bacteria, inflammation, and premature aging. There is no recovery period where your skin struggles to restore equilibrium. Vanicream formulates without the 15 most common irritants that plague sensitive skin. No harsh sulfates that strip protective oils. The surfactant system is gentle enough for twice daily use, yet effective enough to remove makeup, sunscreen, and daily accumulation. For $9 per 8 ounces, you are getting chemistry that respects your skin rather than assaulting it. The 3-ingredient miracle. After watching expensive creams fail basic chemistry, this $19 jar represents everything skincare should be. CeraVe Moisturizing Cream. Ceramides, cholesterol, and fatty acids in a 3:1:1 ratio. That is the exact lipid ratio found in healthy human skin. Your skin's barrier is composed of lipid layers that prevent moisture loss and protect against environmental damage. Those layers contain 3 essential components in a precise ratio: ceramides, cholesterol, and free fatty acids. When this ratio becomes imbalanced through aging, environmental stress, or harsh products, your barrier weakens. CeraVe recreates that exact 3:1:1 ratio, giving your skin the building blocks it needs to repair and strengthen itself. The formula contains 3 distinct ceramides, each serving a specific function in barrier restoration. Hyaluronic acid draws moisture into skin, while the lipid matrix seals it in. No fragrance, no unnecessary additives. The sunscreen that actually works. Remember that Aveeno combination moisturizer with unstable avobenzone? This is the opposite. La Roche-Posay and Thelios Melt-in Milk. Sunscreen SPF 60. This is the sunscreen I put on my own face every single morning. This formula combines avobenzone with ecamsul, a photostabilizer that prevents the avobenzone from breaking down under UV exposure. Your protection remains consistent from morning application through afternoon. The Celox Shield technology adds antioxidants that neutralize free radicals generated by sun exposure, providing a second line of defense beyond the UV filters themselves. La Roche-Posay publishes their photostability data, something most brands avoid. The PPD rating of 42 indicates exceptional UVA protection. In European hospitals, Anthelios is the recommended sunscreen for post-procedure patients. It remains water-resistant for 80 minutes, maintaining protection during real-world activities. The perfect pH exfoliant. Remember Sunday Riley's $80 chemistry impossibility? This is what salicylic acid is supposed to look like. Paula's choice. 2% BHA liquid exfoliant. $32 for 4 ounces of chemistry done right. This formula has a pH of 3.2 to 3.6, exactly where salicylic acid needs to be to penetrate pores. It is water-based, so the BHA actually works. At 2% concentration, the salicylic acid is strong enough to penetrate oil-filled pores, dissolve the debris clogging them, and reduce inflammation. Green tea and chamomile provide anti-inflammatory benefits, calming skin, while the acid exfoliates. The water-light texture absorbs quickly without leaving residue or tackiness. Paula built her entire brand on calling out the beauty industry's deceptions and demanding ingredient transparency. Every percentage is disclosed. Every claim is backed by published research. The gold standard chemistry. Every expensive jar we tore apart today promised transformation. This $40 prescription actually delivers it. Tretinoin. Prescription Retin-A. This one requires a doctor, and that is exactly why it works. It is the only anti-aging ingredient with 50 years of peer-reviewed research proving it rebuilds collagen, reduces wrinkles, and reverses sun damage. Tretinoin is retinoic acid, the active form of vitamin A that your skin can use immediately. Over-the-counter retinol must convert through multiple steps before becoming retinoic acid, losing potency with each conversion. Tretinoin skips those steps entirely, delivering direct cellular communication that stimulates collagen production, accelerates cell turnover, and reverses photoaging at the deepest levels. The research is extraordinary. 50 years of clinical studies, thousands of peer-reviewed papers, consistent results showing measurable improvement in wrinkle depth, skin thickness, and pigmentation. It is FDA approved for anti-aging, a distinction no cosmetic product can claim. Available in concentrations from 0.025 to 0.1%, your dermatologist will prescribe the appropriate strength for your skin. There is an adjustment period. Your skin may experience sensitivity initially, which is why you start slowly, perhaps twice weekly, building tolerance over months. But that temporary adjustment is the price of genuine transformation. Every dermatologist's own anti-aging secret sits in a simple tube, accessible and affordable. The answer was never hidden in luxury jars or celebrity endorsements. It has been sitting in dermatology offices for 50 years, waiting for you to ask for it. This is the ending the beauty industry never wanted you to find. If this video just saved you from chemical burns, wasted money, or dangerous formulations, subscribe to this channel. I am exposing the chemistry the beauty industry does not want you to understand. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.